type of rhyme just to give you good memories. Knowledge in the words that I say, type to make your soul obey, type to make them say obey. Diamonds in his face like Jay, juicy with the way that I sway, make it put this song on replay.
What's up, YouTube world? What's up, Marley gang? It's your girl Marley coming at y'all with another video today, and this is something I get asked about a lot, so I figured why not make a video about it. So my video today is going to be about dating in the military. You guys can test the waters yourself, but this is just my experience of me being in the Army for 3+ years and what I've experienced going through it with dating and being single and also having kids and having to deal with that in that nature. So, first things first, when you're fresh out of AIT and you graduate from AIT, let me rewind that back. While you're in basic and in the AIT environment, any training environment, any TRADOC environment, I would suggest to not date. Like, it is not important to date. It's more important to figure out what you're there for. Figure out your reason why, like why you want to be in the military, whatever branch you chose to serve. Figure out the reason why you're trying to be there, why you're trying to accomplish this, what led you into that direction, and make that be your drive to carry through, finish out. When you're in training, it's easy, because this is what I see a lot. It's easy for people to fall in love in basic training in AIT, because you're in a closed off environment and those females and those males are going to be the only people you see for a while. So you tend to change your type. You tend to think that some people that you probably wouldn't go for, their qualities, is something you could adjust with or settle for. You tend to change your mind on a lot of things because you're so busy, caught up in the fact that you're stuck, you're on lockdown, you don't have a phone, you don't have nothing but letters you can pass back and forth to each other or send home to your family. You don't have television. You don't have anything influencing your brain but the people that are surrounding you. So at the time, anybody, when you're on lockdown like that, anybody can start to, wear off on you or start to become attractive. That's just how human nature is. If we're surrounded by something for so long, it turns out to be not that bad.
I was saying, oh my goodness, look at this fine dark chocolate black.
Well, hold on, Valentino. What did you think of Shanae when you first saw her?
Well, as soon as I saw her, I was like, where has she been my whole life, man? And when she turned around, it was love. I'm telling you. Oh, Shanae got the kind of ass you can shoot dice on. You know what I'm saying, DeAndre?
So a lot of times, that's what happens in the training environments. People tend to fall in love with each other because y'all surrounded with each other all the time. You get to know each other's personalities. You get to have fun with that person. You go through the trenches with that person. So you're doing confidence courses. You're doing Nick at Night. You're doing the ladder, climbing from the wall, and doing all those things with these people. And you're accomplishing things with these people. And some of these people become like sisters and brothers to you and your best friends. And then on the other hand, some people just fall in love with people who help them get through it, who help them keep pressing forward to the end of graduation, to the end of this whole phase. So me personally, I've seen that happen to a lot of people. Like, they start dating and they fall in love and they talk about marriage and how they want to be with each other and all this stuff because they're in training, and this person is just their rock, their shoulder to cry on, their person that's going to help them get through. Now, me personally, I would say not to, because out of all the people that I went to training with who did decide to get together after basic, they hooked up and got with each other after basic. Some got pregnant, some got married after basic. Before AIT started, they went on break, holiday block leave, whatever, and decided to get married, or decided to have sex and got pregnant and they couldn't go to AIT, or they showed up to AIT pregnant and the relationship fell apart. Because now in AIT, you're in more of an open environment. You're given a little bit more freedom because now they're starting to treat you like a soldier, and you can start expecting to be working in your field now. Like, this is what you're going to do. Even though it's class, you're still getting the hands-on of what you're going to do. So they give you a little bit more freedom. So you get passes, you get to go out places, you get to kind of meet new people. It's not those basic training dudes or girls anymore. You're meeting new people who are all coming from the MOS of you. So some of y'all don't have the same MOS in basic, and then that's when the turbulence starts. When you go to AIT, and this person is in quartermaster side, and this person isn't, and this person is 92 Alpha, or this person is Yankee, 92 Yankee, and you guys are separate. And then that person is relying on somebody else for support now. And then this person is flirting with this person. And you seeing that it's more fish in the sea. And now you're tempted. And you feel like you're so young. And you set yourself up by just falling with somebody so quickly in basic training. And now you want your freedom. Now you want to get out. Now you want to. And that's where I see relationships just fall apart. So I would say in a TRADOC environment, just go do what you're supposed to do. Don't focus on the young, y'all privates, you know what I'm saying? You haven't understood what's going to happen yet. You haven't been in the real army yet. You don't know if you're going overseas to a whole nother place in the world. You don't know anything yet. You don't know what you're going to experience. So I wouldn't try to rush and get in a relationship in basic training or AIT until you are out in big army and actually can experience freedom and know that I want to be with this person because I choose to be with this person through better or worse, thick or thin, through long distance, close range, whatever. I want to be with this person through whatever, because this is the person that I love. Like, this is the person that I care about. Like, that's when you would know. Because a lot of people get sent overseas and some of their spouses is stationed stateside, and then they're just stuck. Like, they're talking about they can't trust the person no more, and then cheating happens, and then people feel like they jumped the broom way too early and they're young and they didn't get to experience life yet. And the army will make you feel that way because you're traveling. You're traveling across the world, and keep in mind, when you go across the world, sometimes you're not doing fighting. You're not fighting. You're not doing the stuff that you would think that you're about to go overseas and do. You're probably working in the office, or probably working in a warehouse, or probably working somewhere in the medical field, and you're actually living a regular life now. It's kind of similar to being a civilian. You're just more covered, you know? So then you get to see, like, dang, I was really tripping on Shorty. Like, I was really in love with Shorty. And now that I'm out here, like, there's different girls, there's different people, and I just don't feel the same. Like, I'm growing, I'm blossoming into the young man I want to be. I'm blossoming into the young woman I want to be. And it's just, I ain't really feeling Shorty negative energy like that. Or I ain't feeling how this person act, or they kind of insecure, and I'm seeing that now. Stuff that I didn't see in training and basic. And now I'm seeing it, and it's turning me off because I'm around all these mature women and males and these dudes who got college degrees, who your status goes up, you know? Like, you go from being a civilian to being somebody who did something for your country. You made that sacrifice, you volunteered. And your options be a little, you know, higher now. Like, you in a different bracket now, you know? So you didn't experience that before, so give yourself time to experience it. So I would say no to TRADOC environments. Now, dating in big army. Once you get in big army, I would say not to date overseas. I would say you can, because I've seen people who fell in love overseas and they were more mature. Like, there's some people who come into the army, they already know what they want to do. They got kids, they already got stuff going on, and they're not trying to play no games. Like, I'm trying to start my family, finish college, do what I got to do, and settle down. I was already on that mentality before I joined the army, and that's what I'm looking for, and it hasn't found me yet. So now I'm here overseas and I found it. I'm gonna lock it down and do what I gotta do. So that happens sometimes, and I do see successful marriages like that. Some people marry their high school sweetheart and bring them to their next duty station, like, because they realize they don't want to do this with anybody else. So I would say that's also doable. That's possible. I've seen people date overseas and they're still in relationships. They haven't got married or anything yet. They're just in a long-term relationship, and that's a beautiful thing, you know, because some people maturity level, they're like, okay, I know I can go overseas and I know I'm gonna travel, but I also know in my spirit what I've been wanting for a long time, what I've been seeking. I don't have time to go out and get drunk and party, because once you go overseas, it's fun all the time. You know what I'm saying? When you're not working, you're having fun. So you have time, especially in Germany. I came from Germany, and the clubs are closed at like 5, 6 in the morning. You feel me? Like, you up all night, all day partying, you living your best life because you just came out of a training environment and now you have freedom. So you really too much don't have the energy or the mentality to focus right now on settling down. You just want to embrace the freedom, soak up all the fresh air, and go have fun, go party. And a lot of the times that's what soldiers do. They drunk all the time, partying all the time, having fun, just being a bachelor, being single, being a successful career person, and just living their life, making the best out of their traveling experience, going on different trips to different states and just having fun, you know. So at that point in their life, they're not ready to settle down, and their relationships tend to like waver and break. So I would say that it's a 50-50 chance. The only reason why I say not, because that like I said, you coming fresh out of AIT and then you go to your first duty station and you haven't finished even your term yet. You probably got 3 more duty stations in you, and you don't know what the future holds. You're probably too young to understand what the future may bring. You know what I'm saying? So it's like probably not the best idea to jump at it at your first duty station. Just date and give it time. Give yourself time to see if you love that person. Give yourself time to see if you like their characteristics through better or through worse. Understand how a person act when they broke, and understand how they act when they rich. Understand how they act when they mad, when they sad. Do they go through depression trials where they just depressed? Are they dealing with mental issues? Do they have mommy issues, daddy issues? Do they have sibling issues? Are they the only child? It's a lot of stuff you need to take time out and just get to know about a person before you just lock it in and be like, I want to get married. You know, a lot of people want to get married and do that stuff just for the check, the benefits. But I'm telling you, the divorce benefits going to be way worse. Like, straight up. Like, going through a divorce in the military is probably the hardest thing you really going to do in your career, because it'll make you or break you. It'll make you feel like just getting out of the military, because your spouse might get alimony, or she might make it difficult for you, or he might make it hard for you, or he might get kicked out in the middle of your divorce and this other stuff going on is prolonging you from being free now. Or you trying to get a divorce and you meet the love of your life, and you know what I'm saying, they don't want to deal with you because you still married. Like, take your time. Learn yourself first. Develop who you are as a person first. Get your goals in order first. Like, hey, I want to do this in my career. I want to make E5 by this time. I want to be able to go to the Soldier of the Month boards. I want to do stuff in my career first. Get my education on deck. Like, have my degree plan set up. I want to work on my physical fitness so I could be making 300s in PT. Worry about building yourself first, and the person you're supposed to be with will come straight in. So it's like, I feel just like from my experience, because I dated as soon as I got out of AIT. I made the mistakes that I'm telling you, and it just wasn't fun. It wasn't what I cracked up to be. And if I would have waited to just work on myself and just looked up one day and Mr. Wonderful just right there, I would have appreciated it more. Like, I just was too busy just not wanting to be alone. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, you just don't want to be alone. You don't want to experience that alone. Like, you overseas and none of your family can come, none of your friends, your best friends from back home can come, and you just get lonely, and you want to have company and companionship, and you just make the wrong decisions. And that's why I say, have a plan set up. Have a plan set up for yourself before you just jump into something with somebody else, and then you don't really even know them. This person could get kicked out of the military tomorrow for doing something stupid. Would you still ride? Like, would you still be there for them? Or is it a conditional type love? Like, I'm only with you based on these conditions. If that's the case, then, honey, you need to work on yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to focus on yourself, because that's what you need. And whoever's supposed to be there for you, whoever's supposed to come and save you and rescue you, well, nobody's supposed to save you. Whoever's supposed to come and add to your purpose, they will come when you're actually walking in your purpose. Don't worry about everybody else booed up, or it's Christmas time, it's holiday time, and people booed up and stuff, and I'm by myself. Like, oh well. Gives you more time to work on building the beautiful creature you want to be, creating a reality that you really want. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, your first duty station, just breathe, just date, enjoy being a bachelor or bachelorette, enjoy having that time to mingle, because you're gonna be traveling places and you don't know who you're gonna meet, and you done settle with somebody you barely even know. So take your time, please take your time. So let me get some water, because the girls are thirsty. So, another thing, the type of people you want to not date or watch out for, or just the type of people that be in the military. So, what I've experienced, there's guys and females, I'm going to make it co-ed. When you first get in the military, when they know you fresh meat, when they know you fresh out of AIT, and they have a plan, they have an agenda set up. They want to find the newbies, smash the newbies, make sure they lock them down. They want the hottest thing on the market. They want to say they got that person first. They want to get you first. You have those vultures who are waiting for you at the gate, waiting for you at the door, boo-boo. Like, they waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you get off the bus and they know you in process, and they at your heels trying to get you. You have people like that. Those people you want to watch out for because they just turnovers. They just waiting for the next batch of new people to come in, and they just find a reason to break up with you and get with the next new person. They really not trying to find a relationship. They just trying to be a bachelor, bachelorette, and just jump on the opportunity again with somebody. Then you have the leadership who will try to date you. Please, ladies, gentlemen, soldiers, be careful of those. There are leadership who, I consider that toxic leadership, who will try to date you because they know your mind. They think your mind fresh. Because 9 times out of 10, when there's privates, they're always younger ages. Like sometimes you got older people who come into the military and they already up on game. Like, bruh, don't even try it. But then you got those young, fresh faces. They all with the opportunity of a chief liking them, or of a master sergeant, or a staff sergeant, or a sergeant period, or a specialist. They don't care. They just feel like if they can get somebody of a higher rank, that makes them on that level. But it doesn't, sweetie. They're just taking advantage of you. They know that with that piece on their chest, that you would run and jump and gawk at them because that is power to them. They don't care about you. They use that line. This is their pickup line because they have nothing else to offer. They use that patch with everything. They use that patch to get everybody. This is their identity. They don't know anything else but I'm a sergeant. I'm a master sergeant. I'm a specialist. I can show you the ropes. I can show you this and that. And you just get caught up in the hype of trying to get somebody of a higher rank, and they really don't. It's not relationship material. They really don't care about you. Like, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but from what I've seen and what I've experienced, it's just vultures. You know what I'm saying? To take advantage of you. And then you get yourself in trouble. You feel me? Like, you date somebody who an NCO and you're private, you can get yourself in trouble working together with that person. That'll backfire on you. Just messing around with them, doing anything. People talk. One thing you're going to learn when you get in the military is to do your dirt by yourself. Do your dirt by yourself. Do your dirt by yourself, because you cannot count on military people being your friend. These people coming and going in and out your life. You cannot believe for a second that this is really my best friend. I met her in processing, and this is my dog now. No, like, they don't care about you. Like, they little do boy or do girl. They feel like they got some type of identity now to show you around places because you don't know anything. And once that wear old and y'all start really showing y'all personality and you realize, I really don't like this person. Like, they gossip too much, they talk too much, or they always in drama, or they on some whole stuff. Like, I really don't like this person. Then they know all your business now because you've been partying with them, hanging with them, you done got drunk with them. And when you realize your personalities clash, it's too late because y'all done put y'all business in each other's lives. So then they go into talking about you. Oh, she dating that NCO. She was flirting with that NCO. They texting each other. And now your business out there, and now your job is in jeopardy. So if you're going to do dirt, do it by yourself. But I suggest just don't do it. Period. It's people of your age and your rank who you can date with. Just don't do stuff that's out of the rules, because nowadays people just messy. Even if you do your dirt by yourself and you end things with that NCO or that staff sergeant, they could be petty. They could be petty and try to mess up your career or make your job hard for you while you work there because they over you. And you never want to put yourself in a position where you messing with somebody that's over you and then things go south. Because they'll just start making your job hard, or vice versa. You can start making their job miserable and hang it over their head that they messing with a private, or they messing with, you know what I'm saying? Like, just keep the drama out your life, you guys. Namaste. You know what I'm saying? Be at peace. Like, keep that stuff out your life. Next, it's the married men who don't wear no rings, or the wives who don't wear no rings. You feel me? Like, those are the most sneakiest, evilest soldiers you will encounter, because they lie. They already live in an identity crisis. Those are the ones who got married at AIT and now they regretting it, so they don't wear their ring. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get a divorce, or they went to 2 different bases and stuff didn't work out and now they separated. You know what I'm saying? Or they high school sweetheart back home, they really not feeling her no more because now they out overseas and they getting to do what they want and actually grow into the man they want to be or the woman they want to be. And they really ain't feeling shorty back home no more, but they don't know how to break it to her and break things off the right way. So they just don't wear their ring because in their mind they feel like they single, which is wrong. Because adultery would mess you up in the military. You can go to jail for that and get kicked out. You feel me? So when people sitting here saying they want to talk to you and it just seems suspicious, like they always on their phone, they always, you know, they social media look kind of odd, or They don't want you ever seeing their personal business and stuff. Me, nowadays, I'm like, let me see your ERB. I need to see if it's a single, divorced, married, dependents. I need to see what's going on because you're not about to mess with my career. And even if that's not your intentions to mess with my career, somebody else can know you're married and you can get me in trouble for adultery. You know, somebody else can go back and tell and we both going downhill from adultery. You have people who just do that. Those are the sneakiest soldiers. Half of the military be married, man. Like, I'm finna be 100 with y'all. Half of the military be married. All of them be separated. All of them be going through a divorce and stuff and still be trying to talk to you. Because in their mind, they don't feel like they're doing nothing wrong because they done made up in their mind that they single. So they don't feel like they owe you that information. But they do because that's your career. That's your job at risk. And that's the situation I got into. You know what I'm saying? Dating a person who didn't wear a ring, didn't mention no marriage, didn't mention no kids, and I had to find out from somebody else. And it almost cost me my career in an adultery charge. You feel me? So you have to watch out for people who are just like evil like that, wicked like that. Watch out for the married soldiers. Watch out for the married and separated soldiers. Watch out for them married but my wife know what's up soldiers. Or married but my husband know what's up. He do him, I do me. Watch out for those. Because baby boy, baby girl, you got to understand what this career means to you. If you don't care and you want that man so bad, don't cry to God when them consequences come. Don't cry to God when that man put you in a situation and you thinking back on how you wish you would have never met him and what you could have been without him. Don't cry to God when other stuff happened. You understand? Because that's gonna hurt you more when you start sitting in offices and people, or you going to boards and people saying, I can't promote her. I can't do this because I see on her paperwork now it's an adultery charge, or I see, you know what I'm saying, there's an investigation open and it's blocking your blessings, or you just depressed. You get with this man or you get with this woman and they married and you can't go nowhere with them in public. You can't love them freely. You can't hold hands with them. You gotta live in secret and live a lie. You want to live your life like that because somebody attractive and you want them that bad, then be my guest. Go do it. But I would personally say it's not worth it. Like, watch out for the married soldiers who separated, don't wear no ring. Ask for that ERB. Ask. Say, can I see your ERB? If they ain't got nothing to hide, go ahead. Let me see that ERB. Let me make sure you're not trying to play no games with me. Period. Because if you care about me, you'll let me see it. If they start giving you excuses, all that stuff, run. Because it's more fish in the sea. If you don't meet them at this duty station, you'll meet them at the next. But, no, none of that. Next, watch out for the bachelors. The bachelors, right? Bachelors and bachelorettes. Who you see them with a new boyfriend every week, every month. Because 9 times out of 10, them soldiers probably not getting tested. You feel me? They probably spreading STDs. I done seen so many situations where a girl talking to somebody, she dating this boy, and then they break up and she with a new boy. And the following week, and then they break up, and then after 2-3 months, and she with another dude, and then she find out she got an STD. Now she don't know who she got it from because she just was running through and not getting tested after each sexual partner, and she just running through, or he not getting tested after each sexual partner, he just running through. And now you got an STD, and now you got to go back and tell all these people or find out who gave it to you, and it's just a whole bunch of confusion and embarrassment, and it'll just be all in the air. Everybody talking about it, everybody like, oh, she did this, he did this. Watch out for that. I would suggest what I do when I'm dating somebody, I'm like, hey, if I feel like it's going to go to that level, well, when I was, because now I'm practicing celibacy, but when I would tell people straight up, like, hey, and this was before I even got in the military. Let me see your papers, or we can go together to go get tested. Because I'm not finna chance my life like that. I'm not finna play with my life like that. And then if you do that so much in your life, or you got that going on so much in your career, you can get in trouble for that in the military for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff you jeopardize that you could avoid by just asking simple questions. So watch out for that. Overall, I would say watch out for dating people who can jeopardize your career. Just that's with leadership, or with somebody who's not leadership. Somebody who has power to jeopardize your career, you just don't want to open that door and play with it. That's pretty much the gist of the different type of people that I feel like you should be aware of as dating in the military. But overall, like, the military, just my overall standing, like, it's just full of, like I said, full of married people who can jeopardize your career and will, and sleep well at night and not worry about it. 80% of the military is married people who just separated and they don't want to get a divorce because they're trying to collect the check. Watch out. Protect yourself. That trouble is not worth it. He's not that fine. She's not that fine to put yourself through that. Find somebody you can love freely and be with freely and not hurt yourself. So I would say just, it's not worth it. Like, you meet a lot of people, and then watch out for the dudes who have identity crisis and the females who have identity crisis. They come into the military pretending to be some gangbanger, knowing dang well in the hood don't nobody know you. You weren't jumping off the porch in the hood at all. You was in the house. Mama didn't play that. You feel me? Blinds closed. Like, you gotta watch out for them type of people too. They come in the military and they start acting like they used to gang bang, or they used to do this and that. They was crib, they was blood, they was this, and they wasn't nothing back home. Niggas will punk them out they stuff in a second. You feel me? So you gotta watch out for those people because they have identity crisis and they can't love you if they don't even love themselves. Period. Like, watch out for those females who come in the military and they act so innocent, like, oh, you know, holy is thou, like I never had sex before, I never did. Watch out for those too. Because those will be the ones to cheat on you behind your back. You get married to this girl and she just a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? But she played innocent. Now she taking all your money and running off to the club all the time. And you can't do nothing about it because the divorce ain't finalized yet. You just in debt now. Watch out for those. You feel me? It's not, I wouldn't say the military is a bad dating pool, but it let me sip tea on this because it's bad. It's bad. There's not a lot of options in the military. There's not a lot of people to choose from. People will lie to you, play with your life. Just make sure you taking the precautions you need to take. Make sure they giving you their ERB. Make sure they showing you they not married. Make sure they going to get tested. Make sure they not living in a fake persona in their mind that they hard or that they was this and that back home. Make sure you do the information before you lock yourself down with somebody. Look at their family. See how their relationship is with their mom. Do they talk to their mom all the time? Do they talk to their dad all the time? Are they close with their siblings? Do they got big pictures of their family on Facebook and Instagram, but you don't never see them talk to them? Make sure you paying attention to what you invest your time to and what you invest your soul and your spirit to. Because a soul tie is really hard to break. And once you open the door, it's really hard to find the exit or the back door to get out. Like, period. So my advice for y'all military soldiers coming out of AIT, and if you're watching this after basic training, pace yourself. Invest in you. Love you enough to build yourself up that if somebody do come and try to take something from you or leave, you fine without them and you strong without them because you done already learned how to love yourself and build yourself. Those people gonna be there. Them men gonna be there. Them females gonna be there once you finish with you. Focus on you. If you halfway doing yourself and you just keep adding people on, you'll never be a complete version of yourself. And all these people that came and took from you, you'll never be complete until you old and gray. So learn how to love yourself, build with yourself, take time with yourself before you even add another person to your life. All that stuff gonna be there. But don't try to be in a rush to be like Susie and Kim and Sergeant this and Specialist this and get married just because it looked good on paper. Take your time. Marry yourself. Love yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Like, spoil yourself. Give yourself spa treatments. Do stuff to show self-love and self-care for yourself. Because in the end, these people are out here for themselves. This is a selfish world, and this is the last days. And those characters I just listed to you are people who will come for you. It's not no game. The military is not no game. It's just a toxic cycle and a toxic dating pool. Now, there is people who make the best of it, and they take their time, and they pace themselves, and they date. Take your time. Take your time. Pace yourself and date. Make sure you know in advance if this person came into the military married or not, because that can happen too. Make sure you just get in the details before you even invest your time, before you even catch feelings. Make sure you get that information. Make sure you get them details. And like I always say, blessings, love, and light. Please love yourself. Invest in yourself. Your soul is way more important than any other soul in this planet. God chose you for a certain reason to do this, to volunteer yourself, to stand in these grounds, to do this stuff for his mission. Make sure you show God your thanks by not wasting your body and damaging your temple. Love and light. Later, Marley gang.